Have you ever wondered why you feel alone, even though you try to be kind, honest, and real? Have you ever asked yourself, what is wrong with me? If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Many people feel this way, and for a long time, I thought there was something wrong with me too. But today, I want to share a story that will change the way you see yourself. A story that shows having few or no friends does not mean you are broken. Today, I want to tell you a story about a man named Benjamin. Benjamin was not loud. He was not popular, and he did not have many friends. In fact, most days he walked alone. He lived in a quiet town, surrounded by people, yet he often felt invisible. People passed by him every day, talking, laughing, sharing moments, but rarely with him. And for a long time, Benjamin believed something was wrong with him. He would ask himself at night, why don't I have friends like others? Why do I feel different? Why do I feel so alone, even when I'm kind and honest? These questions stayed in his mind like heavy stones. Benjamin tried to change himself. He forced smiles. He joined conversations that didn't interest him. He stayed in places that made him feel empty. But every time he did that, he felt more tired inside. Because pretending to be someone else is exhausting. One day after a long and difficult week, Benjamin went for a walk. The sun was low, the air was calm, and the world felt slow. As he walked, he noticed something important. He felt peaceful, no pressure, no fake laughter, no need to impress anyone, just silence and clarity. That moment changed something inside him. Benjamin began to understand a deep truth that many people never realize. Having few or no friends does not mean you are broken. Sometimes it means you are different in a meaningful way. Benjamin realized he was someone who felt deeply. He noticed things others ignored. He valued honesty, not noise, depth, not numbers. And that made shallow connections feel painful. He remembered times when he had been around many people, yet felt completely alone, and times when he was alone, yet felt calm and whole. That's when he understood something important. Loneliness is not about being alone. Loneliness is about being surrounded by people who don't understand you. Benjamin also noticed something else. People with few friends often think more. They reflect more. They question life instead of following it blindly. They don't enjoy fake conversations. They don't enjoy pretending. They don't enjoy connections that drain their energy. And society often misunderstands them. The world teaches us that popularity equals happiness, that having many friends means success, that being alone means failure. But Benjamin learned that this belief is wrong. Some people are not made for crowds. Some people are made for meaning. Benjamin stopped blaming himself. He stopped asking, what's wrong with me? And started asking, what do I value? He realized that protecting his peace was more important than fitting in. He also learned something else. Not everyone you meet is meant to stay. Not every connection is meant to grow. And not every friendship is healthy. Some friendships are loud but empty. Some are frequent but shallow. And some look happy on the outside, but feel heavy on the inside. Benjamin chose quality over quantity. And with that choice, something beautiful happened. He became more confident, more calm, more comfortable with who he was. People began to notice his presence, not because he tried, but because he was real. And slowly, naturally, he met a few people who understood him. Not many, just a few. But they listened. They respected his silence. They valued his thoughts. And that was enough. Benjamin learned that being selective is not selfish, it is self-respect. He learned that walking alone sometimes is better than walking with people who don't see you. And most importantly, he learned this: being alone does not mean you are broken. It often means you are becoming stronger. If you have few or no friends, it does not mean you are unlovable. It does not mean you are strange. It does not mean you are failing at life. It may mean you are emotionally deep, self-aware, and honest with yourself. You may simply be someone who refuses to settle for fake connections, and that is not weakness, that is strength. So if you are listening to this and you feel alone, if you feel misunderstood, if you feel different, please remember this: you are not broken. You are just someone who values truth over noise, peace over popularity, and meaning over numbers. And one day the right people will recognize that. Until then, protect your heart, protect your energy, and walk proudly, even if you walk alone.